So I have been asked many times, why folks use a point of sale consultant for consulting services versus, just doing the research on your own and finding a good system. And so these are kind of just the quick highlights of why it works to use a consultant. Obvious one, unbiased expert with in-depth industry knowledge. Basically, it's honest advice, and it's someone who's not influenced by a commission or sales manager pushing you to close a sale or things like that. Another good reason is I'm not a lead farm. There's a lot of websites out there that tote offering advice, but all they exist is to sell your information to multiple vendors. And then you start getting lots and lots of phone calls and emails. Doesn't really move the process along, just lets them make some money by selling your name and contact information. I've also found doing some research that a lot of the other companies that say they're point of sale consultants, there's obviously a couple of exceptions, but the majority are actually point of sale companies. They're vendors, dealers, partners, whatever you want to call it. So they actually represent a specific solution or a couple of solutions. So they don't have that unbiased standpoint. And then final reason is time savings. How many hours would it take for you to research this internally? You could take 10, 20, 30 hours and maybe narrow it down to 10 solutions and then have 10 demos and 10 vendor comparisons and things like that. Whereas by having someone like me help you out, maybe you eliminate that 10 to 20 hours of internal work. There's some labor savings right there, and then just have two or three vendors that you should look at, which reduces the time in the vendor selection. Plus, I can offer tools to help with the final decision, you know, implementation, things like that. So just so you know about me a little bit here, I do have real-world retail and restaurant management experience, plus 15 years of experience selling and supporting over 20 different point-of-sale systems. And then over the last year or two, I've helped over 600 businesses and organizations find the best point-of-sale system. The way I work it is it's free for smaller organizations. It's then paid for larger. And I have worked with organizations anywhere from 1 to 300 locations. Still extremely active in the point-of-sale industry, but completely vendor and solution neutral. And of course, people ask about the costs. So if you're a smaller organization and we just chat over the phone or email or Google Hangouts, whatever works for you, it's free. It just takes an hour or two of my time, which is no big deal. If it's a larger or more complex situation, then I ask for actual travel expenses, plus $100 a day if I'm traveling for more than 3 days. And as always, I will put my contact information in the video description. Hope that helps. Thanks.